Hey guys, Bowie here, and this is 7.18's new technology, the support Ursa. So, if you talk about Ursa, it's hard, at least for me, not to make parallels with Monkey King. The heroes are very similar to me, at least in the laning stage. The difference when we're talking laning stage is that Monkey King has gap close and less damage, and chase, while Ursa has more damage and more chase. For starters, I don't think support Ursa is something you can pick every game. This hero excels versus melee heroes, and in my opinion, if you want to make this work, you need to be against at least one melee support and one melee offlaner. This hero shreds Underlord, but if you're against a Puck or a Mirana, you're going to feel useless a lot of the times. In this game though, Slayer is arguably against 4 melee heroes, so the pick is insanely valuable and we will watch how he makes use of it. You know those pubs where your ally first picks carry and you end up being able to 4th or 5th pick support? This is the time of game support Ursa thrives. His initial items are quite straightforward. You want Orb of Venom for chase, Stealth for fighting in lane, and unlike Monkey King that can zone people at level 1 thanks to his attack range and lifesteal, Ursa needs level 2 to fully make use of his kit. So when the lane starts, he doesn't really commit super hard. Look how he tries to farm the cogs here and free the creeps faster to get a better creep equilibrium. He also cancels the clarity with ease since he knows there's no cogs, but he doesn't do anything crazy. He doesn't even attack that much at level 1. He doesn't have a lot of regen, so he's just zoning them out by fear while he waits for his level 2. In fact, since Radiant is scared, you can see that the lane is pushing and the Dire has the experience advantage, since they have 2 range creeps. When the creep advantage gets clearer, he can start trading better, knowing he will take very little damage, but still, quite calmly, just reapplying the Fury Swipes. See how he reapplies it again here? But still, since the Clockwork never committed the cogs, Dire does not die. In theory, that was a good time since there were so many creeps and they had experience advantage, but without cogs on cooldown, it's quite dangerous since they're also 2 melee heroes. The laning stage continues, and he plays the same way. Note that he's full HP. He didn't try too hard to commit for kills until this point here. Look what happens, Underlord wants to Firestorm the wave and he reapplies the passive while using Earthshock. And here's the beauty of this skill. It has a 5-second cooldown and lasts for 4 seconds. This finally baits the cogs, and look how chill Slayer is. Instead of chasing the Clockwork that has Barrier Assault on, no Fury Swipe charges, and is full HP, he gets closer to the Underlord, the core. With one hit and the Earthshock, his fate is sealed. There's no Clocker around and that's first blood. He also doesn't randomly dive the Clockwork. He has boots now and this is a big power spike, so he just regens slightly and gets the item in the side shot. Thanks to the boots, even if the lane being pushed, look what Slayer does. He draws aggro towards those range creep. Radiant really wants those and he knows that this will lure Clockwork forward. As soon as he steps there, he commits the slow, and Clockwork does not have time to pop cogs since now he's level 3 after that kill. This hero owns heroes like Clockwork, Ogre, and Pudge, and knowing that he cannot do anything here anymore, he rotates towards the rune since 4 minutes is coming. And guess what? Kanka also gets owned by Ursa, so he gives up on the rune, but as he goes up, nighttime comes and he has no vision of it. The Invis that just spawned gives him the 3rd kill of the game. Bone 7 was watching all of it and he probably realized that Ursa didn't have mana anymore. What maybe he didn't catch is that Ursa got a clarity from Dandy since it was nighttime, so as Underlord pulls the creep wave, look how he can easily get another one for himself. Believe it or not, it doesn't stop there, just gives him phase boots, and you know what happens with any Axes or Underlords that have terrible laning stages? They'll farm this area, so not only he gets bounty for free here, he camps the cliff. He not only leeches experience, but with his phase boots, he might be able to get a kill. With level 2 Earthshock, Orb of Venom, and phase boots, he'll always have Marmuspa and the Underlord. He just waits for the courier while he gets the other bounty, and with the mangoes that he bought, he's ready to fight again. I feel like he made a mistake. He used phase boots very early. Since he knew exactly where the Underlord was, the right play would be preemptively using the W, and then just wrapping around outside of vision to have it twice super fast while using phase boots only when he had real vision of the dinosaur. He ends up cancelling the last attack and dying. Even even though he dies, that forced 2 heroes there. Underlord just came back from the base and needs to get out again. And another thing to have in mind is that he never went bottom. Troll has mischance with the X's and as low, and Kanka also has X, so the only chance for him to kill the Kanka is with that Invis, that was luck. So for now, he only focuses in shutting down Bone 7. He brings 1 ward to the top lane and 1 sentry, so he centers the cliff to make sure that his real ward is not spotted, and he goes for a non-trivial ward spot. Not only that, knowing that Radiant has no vision, he can wrap around the Underlord, and while they don't get the kill, I really like the play that he goes for afterwards. He has vision of the shrine, so he hides behind this tree, predicting that the Underlord would use the shrine coming from that path, which wouldn't give him vision of the Ursa even though he is in the high ground. Bone 7 is a smart boy, he doesn't play with Eternal Envy anymore, so he doesn't get debated and walks back to his fountain. Nice play regardless. Your low and more ally would definitely fall for this. After a while, it's clear the Underlord walked back to the fountain, right? And what does an Underlord look for in games like this? These camps. So Ursa farms the big centaurs, leaving the small ones, blocking the camps and reducing Underlord's farm while he waits for his disruptor to walk towards their shrine. Underlord TP's back, and look how he uses the fog beautifully, luring this poor dinosaur, soon to be extinct, back to his fountain. Thanks to the phase boots and level 3 Earthshock, Witch Doctor is an easy kill as well, and while he falls, his PL is free farming like a boss. Heroes like X, Underlord, Beastmaster, Doom, and Omni Knight, they get destroyed by support Ursa, especially in pubs where people tilt easily, so here's the tip. After that, he decides to switch things up and smokes towards the mid lane, but then he actually gets a kill before he gets there. Since Windranger already has ult and Ursa's low is now superior to the Troll's low, he follows suit to the bottom lane. Look at this beautiful play. Look how he pings this exact area that the Troll wants to use to disengage. Slayer blocks it with his thick Ursa body, making him go all the way around, while applying the OP slow and killing the enemy carry. The kill secures him double bounty since he knows that Witch Doctor is top, and with another lucky rune, he goes mid. Not only killing the Clockwork, but also the Witch Doctor. The reason this is possible is that a couple of seconds later, he spots the Kanka TPing top, and Troll was also showing later, giving them 100% certainty that this rotation was possible and there was no punishment whatsoever. With Radiant pressuring top, he rotates there, and again you can see the strength of this hero. While he doesn't get as well as a Sand King and Monkey King and other heroes, he has an insane amount of burst damage once he hits level 6 and sometimes even before that. Any stun is enough for you to get close, especially versus the likes of Underlord, and he gets a kill. Note that even though Windranger was there for a while, he waits until clock shows mid, and since he TP'd there, there's no hookshot counter initiation. As he goes in, there's even more confirmation. Troll is bottom, which means no TP from that hero as well. At the end of the day, he dies, but Clockwork has to walk all the way from mid to top. Kanka and Witch Doctor end up TPing there, just clearing the map for his team. PL TP's bottom, knowing he's super safe, and then he can farm the Oasis, feeling like a boss. Until this point, they still have no Blink Dagger, but the amount of burst damage this hero brings to the table is insane. With this fight, he completes the item, making pretty much every single hero the Radiant team has an easy prey. Even the Troll Axis can get dispelled with Enrage now, and the beauty of this hero is that while a lot of this game outcome comes from the outdraft, he's also one of the few supports that give your team strong Roshan capabilities. Yes, they already have a TA, but Ursa just Roshes super fast. Even though the Radiant team respawn timers are low, he pings Roshan and joins the pit, even without lifesteal. Pretty sure they could have done this a little bit better, but it doesn't matter. You lose a position 4 hero to secure Aegis, and you win the fight afterwards. Regarding his basher after the Blink Dagger, I really like it. Unlike something like a Sand King or a Slaughter, you do lack a stun, so building it is nice. One thing that is very important in mid and late game Ursa is jumping the fight with Overpower already on. The difference in potential damage without using your ult. You can deal 7,000 damage if you hit your 14 Fury Swipes with Overpower, whereas 7 attacks, and here we're talking about this Ursa with no 4 points in Fury Swipes yet, whereas 7 attacks deal 1,700. So preparing for that is quite important, and the throw melts even without the enrage. You can see that making an even bigger effect in this fight. Ursa goes in, he gets hit by the bolt, so instead of just rushing in like a crazy man, he just disengages for a while. He reuses the Overpower, and he ends up jumping when the urn ticks down. The Overpower gets ready as it ends, and with the Enrage, the position 4 shreds a position 3 that is supposed to be your disengage, your tank, and this is one of the many perks that this hero has. Well guys, you can see the game is kinda over from this point. I know support Ursa is probably not something that's gonna be super popular, but I'm just a big fan of clowny stuff and different heroes, and hopefully you enjoyed this video as well. As you all know, I'm streaming every single day. I'm casting Hammer pubs, and you can vote which player and which hero you want to see. Subs have twice the power of vote, so tune in and see what you think. If you want some dank memes or some Dota knowledge, follow me on Twitter. If you want to watch me play or cast, follow me on Twitch. Instagram is the way to go if you like food, if you like just random stuff, or if you want to know what's the next video when I'm streaming. And we do have a Discord community. We have a lot of people over there, and hopefully you're gonna have a good time and meet some cool people. Hey guys, if you like my videos, you probably don't really like what I do on my stream because, casting is not really relevant to what I do on the channel. But I started something new. Everyone that's subbed to my Twitch channel will have a chance every weekend of actually getting their replays analyzed. I'm gonna be analyzing 3 replays a week. So if you never check my stream, if you wanna see what it's about, and if you want to maybe get your replay analyzed, drop by Twitch please.
should know, listen up to the magical, lyrical, not just show up to now like a miracle. Remember you when it's just a domino. Just throw it up, all your doubts and fears, don't make it up, cause you are what you feel. Speaking up, preaching a mass appeal, just leave it up and fulfill your dream. Just throw it up, all your doubts and fears, don't make it up, cause you are what you feel. Speaking up, preaching a mass appeal, just leave it up and fulfill your dream. Don't you try to get a reason for your fight. Don't you wanna see another side? Pray for your people, stay away from the circle. Prisoner from the city, didn't ya realize we're in the same team? Hurry up, we're surrounded by the extremes. Should wake up before you get more tears. Just throw